joining us now is 49ers safety Ji'Ayir Brown. Couple of interceptions last night. Ji'Ayir, thanks for joining us this morning.
Morning, Ji'Ayir.
Man, thank you guys for having me, man. Good morning.
Yeah, good to be with you, and what a night. I mean, it was talked about a lot post-game. Is that your best game as a Niner? Is that what your favorite game as a Niner? I mean, 2 picks kind of speaks for itself on that front, no?
Man, that's tough, bro. Favorite game, I probably had to go my Super Bowl year in 23, my rookie year. Still my favorite game.
What was
Are you talking about game one
what
there,
stood
the one
out
against Tampa?
No, I'm talking about Super Bowl against the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
In 23.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, still one of my favorite games.
JD?
Yeah, Ji'Ayir, I mean, just take us through. I mean, big moment in the game early. You guys are up against it a little bit following the interception, and just your role on that play. Were you looking for the pass on first and goal? I think we were all thinking they were probably going to run. It looked like you kind of came up to play the run and almost baited Bryce Young into throwing it, and then able to make a hell of a catch on that play. Take us through just everything that happened on the first pick.
Yeah, like you guys said, I was thinking run. They've been a pretty run-heavy team past few games, and they came out, and passed it. And initially, I was thinking Bryce was going, try to run for the end zone, but just watching his mannerisms and watching him set up, and look towards the back of the end zone, kind of peeked over there, see what he was looking at, and went to go steal it, man, and make a big play for the team.
Ji'Ayir, can you speak to the chemistry that you and Malik Mustafa certainly showed last night and have been developing now over the last couple of weeks? You get back into the starting lineup against the Buccaneers, and obviously Malik coming back from his injury. It took him a little bit to get going, but where are you guys at right now as a tandem, and how are you both playing off of each other's strengths?
Oh man, that's my brother, man, and they go far beyond football, man. And we always had these deep conversations about wanting to be great, man, wanting to be the best, and pushing each other, day in and day out to be the best, man, holding each other accountable. So, man, I couldn't ask for a better, duo, man. Starting safety, however you want to put it, man. He's been great to me, man. It's been great going out there playing with him and watching us grow over the years.
When you look at the evolution of this defense, obviously losing Nick and then losing Fred, I mean, Fred, the heart and soul not only of the defense, but probably the entire team. What has it been like with all of the change and just trying to keep it together, knowing that this team is, got a great shot now with the win last night to get into the playoffs and keep things rolling? What has it been like just losing guys as important as those two, but also just the resolve of having a number of new players and young players get opportunities to hold the whole thing up and then come up as big as you guys did last night?
Oh, man, it's been tough, man. Nick, Bose, Michael, yeah, man, Tatum, it's been tough. But what was great about it, man, is the resilience, of the guys that's still out there. They still believe, they still have fight, even when everything, is working against us. Things might not be playing in our favor. We're never hanging our heads, and we're going out there to show, how great the guys behind those other great players were. And I'm so proud of the guys, man, for stepping up to the plate and being able to, hold it down while some of our best are gone.
Ji'Ayir, this is your first go around with Robert Saleh. Obviously, from the fan perspective and a lot of the veteran players, this is the second go around with Robert, but this is your first time working under Robert Saleh. What has stood out to you about how Robert Saleh goes about coaching this 49ers defense?
His philosophy, man, his passion, his aggressiveness, his belief, man. This guy, he puts a lot of work in and day out. And, he really believes, we can go out there, and execute against any team. So, just having a leader like that, man, around and, having that kind of faith in his guys, it's been second to none, man.
Our 49ers Player of the Week is sponsored by Bigelow Tea. Grab a mug and tea proudly. Ji'Ayir Brown joining us here on The Sports Leader. How much of it is for Coach Saleh the passion versus the scheme? Because the passion is the thing that I think gets the headlines, right? When you see him on the sideline, and obviously you guys live that every day. But the intelligence level and the scheme is something that's been really on full display, I feel like, more and more as you have had more and more players go down. How impressive has he been on that front, considering everything that you guys have been through this season?
He never turned his back on us. He never looked down. He never said we don't have, or talked about what we don't have. You know what I mean? So he just always kept it, let's go win the next game. Let's go play 49er defense. Let's keep the standard. And, never hung his head on what we don't have, always on what we do have and what we could do.
Ji'Ayir, you get back into the starting lineup more or less in the Week 6 game against Tampa Bay. What was the mandate that they gave you? What did they tell you that they wanted to see from you when you got that opportunity? What did you do to get that opportunity again about couple weeks into the season?
Just kept doing me, man. Coach told me I wasn't going to be starting the season off, and that they were going to go with some other guys, and it was all good with me. Just going out there, trying to play my game and perfecting my craft the best way I could. Was out there on teams the first couple of weeks, making the most of teams, and just keeping my head down, man, and working, man, and putting everything in God's hand and let Him take care of it.
Is there a sense that there's something special with this team, given, again, everything that you guys have been through and the record that you guys have and just the ability to kind of to keep the momentum going, and now you're 8-4. Obviously, you got to keep winning. That's the nature of the league if you guys want to get in. But do you get the sense that there's potentially something special ahead here for this team?
I sensed there was something special. As soon as our guys went down, both Nick, Fred, Michael, these guys, man, they were up for the challenge. Like a lot of guys, they hang their head on what they don't have, man. These guys was like, we got enough to go win. We got enough to make the Super Bowl even. And that just show you the resilience, the toughness, the grit of the young guys we got. They're hungry. They want to be great. They want to be known. So this is their opportunity, without a Nick Bosa, without a Fred Warner, without a Michael, to go out there and make a name for themselves. And they've been doing a heck of a job at that.
Talking to Ji'Ayir Brown after a 2-interception game on Monday Night Football. Everyone knows Ji'Ayir Brown's name after that game. But as great as the interceptions were, Ji'Ayir, can you walk me through a couple of those run stops as well? Because that's something that throughout your career we've seen you really be good in getting into the backfield, tackling for loss, pairing that up now with the pass coverage. It's really exciting stuff. Can you walk me through, like, for example, the one where you shoot through the B gap as you're lined up in a 40 stack and you're able to get to Rico Dowdle in the backfield? Was that a design blitz? Was that you reading the play? Like, what allowed you to get in there untouched and make the stop in the backfield?
No, it wasn't a design blitz. It was me reading the play, studying film, seeing what kind of runs they like. Always pride myself in being a run stopper, man. Believe that, the run can be stopped by physicality, toughness, and being smart out there. So, it wasn't a blitz. Kind of knew what kind of runs they liked, and got a couple key indicators, from the tight end, and was able to shoot the gap and make a big stop for the team.
What's more fun for you now, getting an interception like you had a couple last night, or stepping up, like you said, and making a stop and laying a hit on somebody? You like laying a hit on somebody, or you like getting the ball in your hands a little bit?
Man, I love both, man. I love to have a complete game, man. I love to be in the pass game. I love to be in the run game. I love to blitz. I just love to be all around the field, man. I don't ever pick and choose on which accolade I wanna get over the other, man. I want them all.
You mentioned earlier about how you weren't starting at the beginning of the season. They went with Marquise Siegel, the rookie. Marquise has been out of the rotation now since you got in there, and after a game like this, hard to imagine getting back in the rotation anytime soon. What do you tell a young player like Marquise Siegel, as somebody who has been through the ups and downs and have had very high highs and had some low lows? What do you tell a young secondary player like that? Because it's such a difficult position to play in the first place, and it's even more difficult when all the trials and tribulations that generally come with being in the NFL. What's been your message to Marquise Siegel as he goes through his first year in the NFL?
Marquise Siegel, man, this guy is so mature, to be a rookie, man. He understands what's happening. He understands what happened. He understands, how the NFL work, and understand the things that went into all this. So he's been the biggest cheerleader on the sideline. He's been getting all the guys ready, supporting all the guys and being there for them. I've been through the same things that he's been through. So whenever he need anything, he can always call on me, and I'll be able to give him advice.
Ji'Ayir, final question from me. I mean, what's it been like when Fred Warner has been around? Obviously, he gets, shown in the stadium. It gets the crowd fired up. Everybody just loves seeing Fred and the energy. But what's he been like as almost an extra coach in the time that he's been able to be around the team, and how beneficial is just his presence, his energy, right, as a leader on the squad?
Well, Fred set the standard, man. Fred set the standard since day one, since I walked in here, and everyone knows what Fred's about. Everyone knows how Fred handles his business, which is top notch. Everybody knows how he goes about his day. So the amount of respect Fred has in the building, man, just having him around even when he's not playing. Guys can feel that energy off him. Guys can feel that kind of accountability that he holds towards, the defense and each and every player. He still talks to us throughout the week about how the game went and what we've seen and what plays he feel like we could have made and what plays, we left out there. So he's still being that leader, even though he's not on the field, and having him around has been huge.
Ji'Ayir, I've long been a believer and a sayer that safeties are destiny in the NFL, that your defense will go as far as your safeties will take you. I think I know the answer to this, but do you believe safeties are destiny in the NFL?
Yeah, I honestly believe safety one of the most, difficult positions in the NFL, being that you got to be a linebacker, a cornerback, cover, blitz, and basically do it all on the defense. And be that quarterback of the defense. So, yeah, I'm a firm believer in, man, you got great safeties, man. You can do a lot.
Ji'Ayir, thanks for the time, my man. Really appreciate it. We know it's a short week. You guys are heading to Cleveland, another big game, because they're all big at this point. But we appreciate you taking the time out.
Thanks, Ji'Ayir.
Absolutely. Thank you, fellas. I appreciate being on here.